Hi friends, welcome to day 27 Daily Current Affairs. Today first news is about yesterday violent issues happened in Delhi as part of the tractor rally in Republic Parade. Tractor rally turns violent as farmers enter capital. Clashes erupt as police use tear gas lathi charge to control rioters. Violence leaves one protester dead and 83 police personnel injured. Farmers swarm Red Fort, hoist flag inside National Monument along with some Sikh flag. Ministry of Home Affairs suspends mobile internet deploys parliamentary forces. Here you can see the images at various locations yesterday. First one is farmers venting their ire on police vehicles at Nangloi. A bus damaged during the protest. Police personnel using tear gas to disperse farmers attempting to break barricades as they had tried to march from the Tikri border towards Piraghari. And a tractor that overturned killing a farmer at ITO in New Delhi. These are about the yesterday's issues. And the statement from Union Culture Minister Prahlad Singh Patel on Tuesday. Protesters at Red Fort condemned. Union Culture Minister Prahlad Singh Patel on Tuesday condemned the actions of protesting farmers at the Red Fort. After they entered the monument, hoisted the flag of their movement and the Sikh flag Nishan Sahib. In a tweet, Mr. Patil said the Red Fort was a symbol of dignity of our democracy and that the protesters should have stayed away from it. Terming the incident sad and unfortunate, he said he condemned the violation of dignity. It is really very sad because they didn't respected the dignity of the Red Fort said by the Mr. Patel. There is no farmers are saying some non violence elements entered the protest means parade like that they are saying. We don't know exact reasons for the yesterday's issues. Okay, this is one of the sad news about electrocuting of elephant. This is from Kerala. Rubber estate owner held for electrocutting elephant. Here you can see the calf of the elephant. He's not leaving the dead mother for several hours. It is refused to leave. The tragic death of a wild elephant at Kallar in Kerala and her calf's grief, which evoked widespread sympathy a few days ago, took an unexpected turn on Tuesday when the owner of the rubber estate where the carcass was found confessed to having electrocuted the animal. Officials of the Pallod protest range officer arrested Rajesh, 45, for premeditated murder. The accused purportedly confessed to hanging a metallic rope that he had connected to a switchboard. The rope, which he used to hang rubber sheets during the day, would double up as an electric fence at night to eliminate the menace of the incursions by wild elephants on his property. While the death had initially been viewed as one due to the pulmonary disease, forest officials since something amiss when Rajesh refused to give a statement and had not returned to his house since the incident came to light on Saturday. He finally turned up at the Palette Forest Range office on Tuesday and confessed. So sad. Next, US announces restoration of relations with Palestinians. This Palestinians has no good relations with USA during the Trump regime. So now Biden want to make a restoration of relations with Palestinians. US President Joe Biden's administration announced Tuesday it was restoring relations with the Palestinians and renewing aid to Palestinian refugees, a reversal of the Donald Trump administration cutoff and a key element of its new support for a two-state solution to the decades-old conflict agreed to by Israelis and Palestinians. Next, inclusive reforms must for UNSC to be effective. India seeks a permanent seat in group. India said that UN Security Council is finding itself unable to effectively to address increasingly complex issues of international peace and security as it lacked inclusivity of those who need be members of the powerful organ of the world body. India, along with Brazil, Japan, and Germany, are the pressing for urgent reform of the UNSC and for a permanent seat in the reformed 15 member, top organ of the world body. It has been nearly 13 years since the intergovernmental negotiations started, said India's permanent representative to the UN ambassador T.S. Tirumurthy. The Security Council is being called upon to address increasingly complex issues of global security. Yet it finds itself unable to act effectively for its lacking inclusivity of those who need to be there, and therefore look lacking legitimacy and credibility, he added. Sri Lanka thanks India for vaccines. India supplied the COVID-19 vaccines to Sri Lanka, so they are as a part of gratitude they said thanks. Sri Lanka on Tuesday expressed appreciation and gratitude to India for sending 5 lakh doses of coronavirus vaccine to its island country. Prime Minister Mahindra Rajapaksa told the cabinet that India would be sending 5 lakh vaccines to Sri Lanka and they will arrive here on Jan 28th. Next. This is last news for today. India set to grow 11.5% in 2021. This is said by International Monetary Fund. So this growth was higher than any other country in 2021. The faster pace of recovery was happening. But cumulatively, by 2022 end, GDP is expected to be 9% below the pre-pandemic projected level. The IMF on Tuesday projected an 11.5% growth rate for India in 2021, making the country the only major economy to register double-digit growth this year amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. The International Monetary Fund growth projection for India reflected a rebound in the economy, which is estimated to have contracted by 8% in 2020 due to pandemic. China is next with 8.1% growth in 2021, followed by Spain and France. The IMF said that in 2020, China is the only major country which registered a positive growth rate of 2.3%. India's economy, the IMF said, is projected to grow 6.8% in 22 and that of China by 5.6%. IMF chief economist Geeta Gopinath during a virtual press conference to release the update said that India had somewhat faster pace of recovery, but cumulatively by the end of 2022, its GDP is expected to be 9% below its pre-pandemic projected level. This is all about today's daily news and current affairs. We'll meet again in tomorrow daily news and current affairs. Thank you very much for watching. Please comment, subscribe, share and like. And if you have any suggestions, you can mail to academy.kdg@gmail.com.